What's up, internets? This is Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, bringing you another Transformers third-party review. Today we are going to be reviewing the Iron Factory Shadow Tengu. This is clearly not six-shot. Anybody who thinks that it's six-shot, you're just smoking something, because you know six-shot is a Hasbro thing, and this isn't. So yeah, not six-shot. Shadow Tengu. And he's actually really cool. I dig him. I've been a fan of six shot since I was a wee child. And basically about the time I first discovered the internets. And this is a really good representation of six shot, I think. It's based more off of his IDW style than his G1 design, but it does all the same stuff, and I think that's the thing that really gets me most about this figure is that, you know, it's this little legend-sized figure, but it does all the things that Six Shot's supposed to do, and I think that's really, really cool. In terms of accessories, he does come with his guns, but he also comes with a pair of swords, as is standard for six shot these days, at least among third-party companies. He also comes with a pair of littler, like, double guns. These are primarily for one or more of his many alt modes. To put the guns in, by the way, or the swords, as you can see, this one has got a considerable amount of paint chipping here, because somebody's just like, so I got these secondhand, and the previous guy clearly just shoved them in and pulled them off. If you rotate them so that the handle goes right in between his thumb and his finger, and then turn it once you get it to the end, it works out a whole lot better, you know, for both pulling it in and taking it out, than the method you would use on the cylindrical surface like that. So just push it in and turn it, and now he's got freaking swords. Because, I mean, swords make everything cooler. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. If you say that I am, then I'll poke you in the face. I don't know. But he's just really fun. He's really cool. It's really cool that you can do all the six shot stuff, but in a figure this size. In terms of articulation, he has a ball jointed head, which allows him to look up and look down. Rotation all abouts. Yeah, rotation. He does have these little flappy things which will get in the way with pretty much all six shot figures, so you gotta kind of pull them out, and then his arm will go all the way around if you needed to. Why would you? Because that's dumb. He's got an upper bicep swivel here. He's got well over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. That is, gosh, more like 150 degrees. Like, shoot, that's a lot of elbow bend. No wrist rotation, unfortunately, but that's because there's a lot of engineering packed into this little thingamajig. He does have a waist swivel. Hips move. Let's get your arm out of the way. Hips move that much forward, that much back, and the full Van Damme. That's like a textbook full Van Damme. He also has a double jointed knee, which allows for full bend on the knee. It's this cool little detail that slides out to cover that. A little bit of bend at his toe and a little bit of pull at his heel, but no ankle tilt whatsoever. It does have a bit of a cut here to kind of, you know, facilitate a decent A stance. And yeah, that's it for articulation. Now he does have, you know, more weapons than he has hands, so you can store his guns, say like on these doohickeys right here, like so. And also his swords have got these tabs in them, and this tab will fit right into, I was told, I understood, doesn't seem to be working that way, Okay, I was told that these swords will fit into those tabs, and I haven't done it because it seems like that's a good way to scratch all your paint off of it, which it seems like that was the previous person's thought as well. But they don't want to fit, so whatever. I guess they don't actually fit. Why would you store the swords anyhow when you can just have them holding them all the time? Seriously, guys. I mean, since he's cooler with swords anyhow, then he might as well hold the swords. Okay, that's the half-ass solution, I know. But let's get this guy transformed up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the... So, the thing that bugs me most about this figure, in terms of transformation and poseability, is he's got, and he's got this joint right in here, and it rotates all about. Like, okay, so he's got this joint, and you can see it rotating here. But this is on slightly of an erratic, and it rotates about for various transformations. Yeah, come on. And it's just a pain in the butt because there's no good way to do it. There's no good way to move it around. There we go. Now I've moved it into, this is the proper robot mode position, right like this. This other arm, once I get it going, it wants to move at that erratic more than it wants to move at the actual shoulder joint. Erratic shoulder joint, erratic shoulder joint. So I don't know. It's a little bit problematic. I wish there was a better solution for it. It's unfortunate, but I'll deal with it. I will deal with it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold in his chest, his boob wings right there. We're going to turn them around. We're going to fold these out like so. And then we're going to pull on this, and that takes his head with him. And his head's going to flip around. This tab here at the front of the head, there's also an identical one on the back of the head. And we're going to tab that back in. Back in. Tab it. There we go. Yay. Put the wings out like this. And fold them in. Like so. Tab them together. And then we're going to take his arms and we're going to turn them so that... let me see. I think we turn them like this for the gun mode. I think. Maybe it's more like this. I'm trying to remember how this is supposed to go, but we'll get it figured out. I'm just going to put it like this. Whatevs. Whatevs. I'm going to pull out these little doohickeys right here. I may need my little tool. Just to kind of hide his hands away. All right, now that we've done that, let's get his feet transformed up. This panel here opens up, and this, when you get it open, so this untabs that peg right there and kind of changes like how it all goes together. But yeah, it's just how it works. So we're going to fold the foot, fold this panel in, and do the same for the other side. This panel is really tight, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, but there we go. This panel's tight. So we're going to fold the toe all the way in. While we've got this open, I'm going to install these in here. Let's close these back up. Ta-da! Put these on the outside like so. And there he is in his submarine mode. Just kidding. Hasbro. There he is in his gun mode. And, you know, I mean, let's be perfectly frank here. Six shot was never... Okay, so some of the alt modes that six shot does are really good, and some of them have always been like really questionable. I think that his jet mode for most figures has been his best mode. In his tank mode as a follow-up to that. But like so many of these other modes are just like if you say so. So there he is, his gun mode. Gun mode. If you say so. It definitely does have little shooty bits on the end, and yeah, you know, maybe I don't know. It's just kind of a little bit questionable there, but whatevs. All right. So to get this into his, we're gonna go into his beast mode now. Yeah, beast mode. Unpeg these suckers right here. The this little arm thing that I told about, it wants to be in this position right here. Oh, there we go. Now it's doing all that crap that I said it was going to do. It wants to be in that position. It's not going to stay. This one will probably stay better. I don't know. It would have been nice if there's some way to like be able to like unlock these, move them into the position they need to be in, and then lock them back into position. Because this doesn't really work all that well. You can kind of like hold it there when rotating it. I'm going to turn these facing like that. This is all of a sudden, look, now it's a claw. This is his beast head. And then we're going to take these, we're going to open these panels back up. And then we're going to close them again. Just open them up to untab that, bend it, and then close it again. Because now these are his back legs. And there is a beast mode-ish. And yeah, so we got ourselves a wolf, I suppose. I do think that's cool that he's got an opening mouth. Rawr, rawr. That's kind of gnarly. And you know, he's got a bend at his joints, a jointly bend, a jointacular bend. And so, yeah, this is the beast mode. Now let's get him into his tank mode. First tank mode, we're going to keep these shoulders in that position if we can at all manage it. Nope, this one does not want to stay. Does not even care about staying. So I enjoy Legends class figures, and I enjoy small figures because you gotta put a lot of engineering into a little figure to make it do the stuff that it's supposed to do at the size that it's supposed to do it. And I think that that's really cool. I really appreciate a good piece of design engineering. But I just feel a little questionable about this. Some of the points of engineering in this. I feel like maybe it was a little, like, it's super cool that he does all the 6-shot things. And yet at the same time, I feel like it's maybe a bit ambitious that they, you know, like the dwarves at Moria, they were too greedy and delved too deep. And so we may be, you know, finding a Balrog somewhere along the lines. I don't know. My analogy kind of breaks down at that point. In terms of transformation, by the way, though, if you've ever owned a 6-shot figure, whether it's a G1 or Titan's Return or Hexatron, Terminus Hexatron, or like any 6-shot figure, like, you know how to do it. You know how it goes. There's really nothing like brand spanking new here, which is, you know, there we go. There's his tank mode. His tank mode actually looks pretty good. Actually, it looks more tanky than some of these 6-shot tank modes. Like, I never felt that the Titan's Return 6-shot was very tanky, but this one looks quite tanky. Is that even a real word, or am I just making shit up? I don't even care. It's tanktacular. Now, to switch them back into vehicle mode, they want you to have these tabs be at the top. Good luck with that. I found that, you know, if you tend to rotate this joint, like that joint will, because it's got this little like oblong tab on it, that tab will push up against that chest hinge and stay there no matter what you're doing. So that's something. We're gonna put that like that. We're gonna put these back down, and I'm going to extend these out just to kind of cover some of this stuff up. Now we're going to pop these open yet again. Take these out yet again. Take these out. Open sesame. Open, damn you. We're going to rotate this around. Rotate this around. One thing that is a huge bummer for this mode, by the way, is the fact that that's really it. There's like big old gaps in the front. And that's super not cool. I also don't like how, and I've messed with this a few times trying to figure it out. You may have suspected from looking at this that he's not going to sit down on his wheels. And in fact, you would be right. He does not sit on his wheels. And I'm not sure, like, what you could do about that. Because, like, I've got everything right. The wings are supposed to be on top. The wheels are supposed to be here at the sides. You know, everything's done right. I just, it doesn't want it won't do it, you know. And I just that one bothers me. I don't like this mode. I mean, it looks okay, and in terms of if you're transporting this figure, like this is probably the most like compact way to transport it. But his wheels don't even touch the ground. Come on, guys. Whatever. Like I've mentioned before, like you've got your design considerations, and you got to sacrifice some modes to make other modes better. And this is definitely, I mean, he doesn't sit on the ground because of the bulk of these parts here. And the bulk of those parts is definitely because, you know, I mean, his vehicle mode is sacrificed to make for a better robot mode. And really, I think that, you know, robot mode is where the main focus should be. And in fact, I believe actually is. I'll put these like that, put these like that, put these like that. There's his jet mode. Jet mode is not bad. I don't think it looks as good as the tank mode because all the like weird angles and stuff of it, they go together well into the tank mode, I think. By the way, you can also, there's a little slot right in here, and you can peg that into the wingtips. Now, you can peg that into the wingtips like this. Yeah, like that. So he can have guns on his wingtips. And then you can put these guns here if you really want to, though they are not in any way, shape, or form official. Just gives you a place to store things. No place for these, unfortunately. But yeah, there's his 6 modes. You know, the figure is really cool. I think that he definitely shines best in his robot mode. I almost would recommend being like, yeah, get this and keep him in robot mode, which is kind of dumb for a six changer to be kept in one mode. But I mean, it's not any kind of surprise or even new that if you have a six changer, like one mode is better than the others. And for this one is definitely his robot mode is the best one. I don't even know why I'm transforming on camera. I just should end in the alt mode. Give my final thoughts. He's fun. He's cool. Engineering is pretty good. A little ambitious. He would be a fun choice for your shelf, but maybe not a fun choice for your pocket. Does that count in terms of a review? that he's great to look at, but maybe not so great to play with. That's what I'm gonna say. All in all, I like him. I think that he was great, especially for the price I got. I picked him up in a lot that came out to be about $13 per figure, and this is definitely worth $13 of my life. But I don't know that I necessarily would have spent like 45 or 50 bucks. I don't know. It's just I put him back into robot mode, and he just looks so good. He really does look good. He really does look great. I like him. I don't hate him. I'm not going to play with him as much as some of the other figures, unique toys, but I like him. Anyhow, everybody, thanks for watching. You're all awesome, and 2 thumbs up for everybody who is looking up my thumbs at the end of this video. You're great. Be good to each other and have a great day. I'll talk to you later. See ya.